this is so stupid. So Jonah Hill was dating this girl, and he didn't like the fact that this girl was posting pictures of herself on Instagram. And he wrote her this. He said this, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places. I'm not the right partner for you. My boundaries with you have been based on these ways, the actions of hurt or trust. So basically, these are your word, not mine. Take some accountability. I'm tired of your attitude towards surf culture that contests the place because I deserve respect, period. I've been more than patient. And it's like, this shit is still here. Fuck this contest. Fuck that place. Fuck not respecting me in every situation. I don't understand. So, like, this is really the way that I look at it. Like, don't buy a bird if the bird making bird noises is going to piss you off. Like, you ever see... Look, I'll show you. So if you buy a bird and this pisses you off, you played yourself. Whenever you date a girl, this is my opinion, I think that Jonah Hill is completely in the right for expressing what his boundaries are. But I also think he's an idiot for dating somebody who is a surf instructor and then expecting them to completely change their life based off of him. Like, both of these things are true. He can set his boundaries. He's not a bad dude. He's not a horrible person. He's not trying to, like, shit on her or threaten her or anything like that. I think that he's expressing it in the most healthy way possible, although it obviously makes him uncomfortable. But at the same time, why the fuck do you date somebody like this if this is the way that you feel? And this is what I was saying. If you buy a fucking bird and you don't expect the bird to do bird things, you played yourself. You played your fucking self, because this is what birds do. Do you see what I am saying? Does it make any sense? Don't buy a fucking bird. Don't date a fucking bird if you don't want the bird to do bird things. See the point that I'm making? His boundaries are his. You nailed it on the head. He is a meme with a bicycle putting a stick into spokes. Yes. I don't know. Like, explain in WoW terms, please. Don't join a Mythic Plus dungeon if you don't want to expect to have to do 15 different mechanics at the same time. Don't do a Mythic WoW raid and be like, man, there's too many mechanics. Yep. Well, then you shouldn't have done it. Go back to Classic. It also makes him look entitled. Well, he is entitled because he's in a relationship with her. And whenever you're in a relationship with another person, you're entitled to have that person respect your boundaries to an extent. So I think that, I mean, yeah, that's clearly like the relationship is the entitlement. And he is entitled. He's entitled to his feelings. Somebody said it in chat. You're right. He's entitled to his feelings and his boundaries. And nobody should ever, ever tell you that your feelings and your boundaries are wrong. That's what I think. Now, I said this with people being cucks, and I'm saying it with Jonah being a, in my opinion, a Mormon, basically, with this kind of stuff. He's being massively restrictive. I think this is crazy, the way he's acting. But it's his right to act that way because it makes him uncomfortable. And his feelings are his own, and they're not up, it's not, like, my approval is not necessary for him to feel this way. Did you look at the rest, though? Have I looked at every single tweet? Every single message? No. With the convo, your therapist thinks I suck. I'm really the best boyfriend on earth. Okay. So, I mean, like, am I the only person that, like, whenever I see text messages, like, I don't think this is that bad. Like, I've seen a lot of crazy text messages. Yeah, it's not that bad. Like, yeah, I mean, he's being kind of a dick, maybe, but, like, who knows what she said? Like, I don't know the culture. Like, I don't know the relationship. Like, I've seen, like, really, really bad shit. Many, many times. Like, and as somebody who's spent a lot of time looking at, like, you know, leaked text messages from, like, psycho boyfriends and girlfriends, on a scale, this is like a 1 or a 2. This is nothing. Guy disappointed himself, best boyfriend on earth, major red flag. Well, would you want somebody to say that they're the worst boyfriend? Would you want somebody to think that they're not the best boyfriend? I don't know. Like, it's a weird way to look at things. I think that, like, yeah, it could be weird, right? Especially depending on the way he acts, but, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that she leaked none of her own messages. That's a good point. Very good point. Or his insecurity show, either, will you respect, either way, these are my boundaries of this romantic relationship. I'd love to know before the premiere, so I'm not put in a position of publicly flaunting our love if my boundaries are not going to be respected. Understood. And it's like, in modeling, which is the last profession I would need, be with as a partner, keep taking me for granted, go model, it's fulfilling your life. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, and this is what I said, right? Is like, this is a dude, and like, he's hitting this girl up because she's hot on Instagram, and then he gets mad whenever she keeps doing the same thing. Well, I would like to go back to the bird situation. Is that if you buy a bird and it's a fucking bird, and you should expect it to be a fucking bird. Terrible analogy? No, it's not. No, it is not a terrible analogy. It's a great fucking analogy. You don't go into somebody's life and then expect them to change everything because of you. It's narcissistic. Don't buy a fucking bird if you don't want it to do bird things. Don't date a thought if you don't want it to do thought things. Don't date a streamer if you don't want them to be a streamer. Don't date a construction worker if you don't want them to be a construction worker. Don't date a fat chick if you don't want her to be fat. There it is. What are we talking about? I can fix him. The I can fix X or Y. This is coming from a place of narcissism, that you are so special and important that this person is going to reorient their entire life around you. People are missing the point. People can think however they want. The boundaries are too much. He's insecure or whatever. However, the conversation is him setting boundaries make him an abuser or manipulative? And if people say yes to that, they're way off the mark. Oh, no, he's not a manipulator or an abuser in any way. Yeah, I don't think so. I have 10 red flags, but red is my favorite color. Yeah, there you go. Fix her from being a pro surfer. I don't know. Maybe he thought that he would date her and then she would just be his, good housewife that never goes outside or has any male friends. Well, guess what? That didn't happen. Do you know why? That's why. That's fucking why right there. We also can't know what was said behind closed doors. Yes, I guess having preference now makes you abusive. Didn't she leak those 2 years after they broke up and he hooked up with someone else? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I don't think that he's a bad dude. Like, it doesn't make me think any differently of him. This is just, he sets his expectations. And maybe he is, again, maybe he is insecure. Okay. He has it, like, are his feelings now invalid because he's insecure? I don't think so. Because the thing is that I view every single person as like a bubble, right? And this is like a very common metaphor people use, like a freedom bubble, right? And he is not really going outside of his bubble here. He is saying, if you want to be in my bubble, you have to do these things. Which is different than him saying, you have to do these things no matter what. I'm going to tell you what you have to do. He's not. He's providing her a choice. He's saying, hey, if you want to do this, that's great. Let me know so I can move on. That is the most healthy way to handle this. No, they're not invalid. I agree with you. Yes, of course. Being insecure doesn't make you a bad person. It's just judgmental label that everybody needs to be perfect to be accepted. It's hypocritical. Of course it is. He's talking it out. Yes, and he is trying to talk it out. And what's crazy to me about it is, like, she's not really, like, at least in the messages that she's responding to, Like, she's giving him a one-word answer after he expresses how he feels. I feel like that's kind of bad. Personally, right? Because, like, look at this. I think these are, like, 2 different times, and so she just didn't respond. What he said isn't understood. Like, understood is not a correct answer to this. It's either, okay, I understand how you feel, I think we should stop seeing each other, or, okay, I'm sorry I made you feel that way, I'm going to try to, you know, do what you want so, you know, we can continue the relationship. Like, that, those are the 2 things that you're supposed to say. Or you can say, fuck you, you're wrong. But understood isn't an answer. It's weird to me that it's public at all. Well, she made it public for attention and to make him look bad. That's why. Because she thinks she's in the right, so she leaked their private messages to damage his public reputation for something that she has curated in a way to make herself look good. That's what it was. Would you date her? No. Like, and I personally, like, does it matter? Does it matter why? Because I was gonna say, like, why, but, like, I was thinking about it, who cares? It has nothing to do with me. Would I date a girl that does this? That is a surf instructor that takes pictures of herself with a bikini on social media? Yeah, I have no problem with it. It doesn't bother me. Personally. Like, it doesn't make me feel insecure. In the same way that it does for Jonah Hill. And I'm not going to have somebody go and tell me that I'm wrong for feeling my way. And I'm not going to tell him he's wrong for feeling his way. Because it's like, in the same way that some guys like other guys, and some guys like girls. You're not going to, like, rationalize to a gay person why titties are better than dicks. You're not going to explain it to them. They're not going to, like, okay, maybe if we talk about this for like an hour, maybe we'll understand. No. This is just how they feel. Would you date somebody that leaked their ex's DMs? It depends on the DMs. Like, I mean, if their ex was, like, threatening to kill them, then yeah, I don't think that would even be a factor. But it depends on what the leak is. I don't like writing blank checks. Can things not change? Can he one day not think it's a big deal, but eventually, after who knows how long, realizes this stuff made him uncomfortable? I don't know. It's obvious that he wants, that his wants of her are much, especially since she's a pro surfer. It doesn't make him abusive or manipulative. Yes, but it does make him stupid. I think it does make him stupid. Why did you date a girl that you were hitting up because of her Instagram pictures, and then you get mad at her that she's posting Instagram pictures? Like, it's just, what the fuck? What do you expect? If you get a bird... If this wasn't leaked, he might have gotten into worse, even more abusive relationship. Who knows? Oh, you think that she leaked it so he didn't become abusive? I don't know. I think that's a huge stretch. That's crazy. Like, that's an insane thing to say. Yeah, I think that really downplays a lot of actual abuse. That's way too much. Terribly out of pocket comment. Yeah, it's probably his ego once I got with her because of my, she'll do what I say. Yeah, no, that's true. And there's a lot of girls that do the same thing. I will fix him. I'm going to get in a relationship with this guy, and I'm so special and important that he's going to change his entire life because of me. Uh-huh. Of course, sweetie. Have fun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, enjoy it. She claims she leaked it because she was tired of keeping it a secret because everyone she met would ask her about the experience. I mean, sure, but, like, why wouldn't she just tell them? Like, I feel like there's, like, that's such a silly thing to say. There's plenty of celebrity relationships that end and people don't really know why. Yeah, that's a shitty reason. Like, plenty of celebrities break up and we don't see all of the text messages that are posted between them. The thing is, there's 2 sides of every story and the truth is somewhere in the middle is known. Yeah. Completely agree that he's done for his expectations. I just don't like how she's painting him an abusive and a manipulative, and that's crossing a huge line that I don't even think that she understands. Well, she doesn't need to understand it because she doesn't care about that line. She only cares about how this makes her feel, and that's it. She doesn't like that he's telling her what to do, and that's all there is to it. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what line it is, or if it affects... I think that she posted it publicly. Like, you're not going to convince me that, like, posting something like this publicly... Like, she knows this is going to make him look bad, right? Like, really, did you think that, like, she doesn't know that? Of course she knows that. Oh, I mean, like, yeah, look at this, right? Doesn't she literally have, like, gaslight much, etc., right? So she's clearly trying to make him look bad. Yeah, it makes her look far worse. My opinion of him hasn't changed. Well, why would I don't care about Jonah Hill's personal life. Just play a good character in a movie. You know, like, I don't care, like, what do you do? Like, I don't give a fuck, like, what? I don't know. Why am I thinking about this? Like, I don't care what they do in their personal life. This is irrelevant to me. Just say the line. Why do people want to get in celebs' relationships? Well, I think that there are a lot of people who are in this situation, and so whenever they see a public situation like this happen, they start talking about, like, they see their own situation in this situation. So, like, they want to give their take on it because they've had a version of this happen to them. Jonah should sue for defamation? No, there's no way he'd win. I don't think this is a defamation situation. Yeah, the screenshots are not lies. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people just want to take down people who have a decent reputation. Sure. I'm just tired of all this idiocy jumping to its abuse at every turn. Like, whenever stupid shit like this comes out, it's dumb. Well, it's the same as, like, I mean, a lot of girls want to be able to do what they want and not have their boyfriend tell them what to do. In the same way that a lot of guys want to be able to do what they want and not have their girlfriend tell them what to do. And guess what? On Twitter, there's a ton of fucking girls that are sitting around circle jerking about how Jonah's the worst person ever. And there's also a bunch of guys that do the exact same thing. It's like Saturdays are for the boys. You know, like, let's not talk to girls at all on the weekend. You know, like, and so it's just, it's just how people are. Like, really, like, what are we doing, like, getting mad about this? It's just how it is. Difference between telling somebody what to do and telling someone they're not comfortable with? Well, I think it is kind of the same thing, though. I mean, to an extent. Saw the red flags early on. If he had to talk to her about it again, it wasn't the first time. All of this is his own doing. Do you know why it's his own doing? Because whenever you get a bird... and you get mad that the bird is doing bird things. Oh, he's doing those bird sounds again, son of a fucking bitch. I'm trying to sleep. Why'd you buy the bird? What did you think was gonna happen? You thought the bird was gonna stop? Because you're so special? Oh, you're gonna train the bird to stop, huh? The bird has evolved a million years to never stop. You don't matter. Yeah, bro, you're not even a road bump. Yeah, you're done. I can fix the bird. The bird doesn't want to be fixed. You didn't buy a bird, he started a relationship. Wrong logic. It's kind of the same thing. You're engaging in a relationship with another object that has its own wants and demands. Another person, another thing. It's the same thing, really. An object? Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, you can be an object, right? Your hand's an object. Sure. Everybody knows what I'm trying to say. You can try and think that, oh, you think I think, oh, Asmon thinks women are objects. Yeah, sure. You're not going to get me with this kind of stuff, okay? I'm not going to have to go back and try to, like, apologize and re-clarify myself. Every normal person that isn't on fucking Twitter 24 hours a day knows exactly what I'm saying, okay? I'm not going to waste my time trying to talk people off a ledge that they walk themselves onto. Entity is a better word? Oh, I'm sorry I didn't use the right word at the right time. My apologies. Anyway, the point is still the same. You deal with an entity that is not yourself, and you expect that entity to change because of you. You're naive. You can be the object of a sentence, the subject of the sentence. I had 100% agree with canceling cancelers. That doesn't matter. It's not even worth responding to anymore. Let's see here. Everyone's relationship is different. Some men like their girlfriend to flaunt their tits online for everyone. Yeah, that's how some guys are. That's whatever. So yeah, either way, that's my take on it. That's how I feel about it. I don't think Jonah Hill is in the wrong in like a big way. I think that this girl is selectively showing only the messages and the things that make him look bad and make her look good. I'm sure that his version of these text messages are going to be different than hers. I also think that he's doing this in probably the most healthy way possible, given the situation. I also think that he's an idiot, however, for doing this whenever, you date a surf instructor. You don't date a girl that's like this. Like, you don't date an OnlyFans girl and then tell her to stop doing OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you so special that you think everybody else is going to change because of you? Like, if she wants to do that, that's fine, but, like, that needs to be communicated. Stop trying to expect that you are so special and perfect and important in everybody else's life that they're going to completely reorient their entire life because of you. Oh, I'm so special, they're gonna change their whole life because of me. Yeah, good luck with that. Have fun. It's narcissism, so that's what I think. I think he's an idiot for trying to date a girl like this. And I think that she's a bitch for posting these messages. And I think that she's probably more in the wrong than she is. She violated his privacy. He tried to resolve the situation privately in a relatively amicable way. And I think that she's more wrong than him. But he is also still an idiot. That's the verdict. One of the stories, you want a modest, loyal woman, find a modest, loyal woman. Yes, that's right. Don't go to OnlyFans. If you want to find a girl that doesn't do all this stuff, go to church. And if you're looking for a girl that posts pictures of herself online and everything, then you can go to fucking OnlyFans and you can find one. You know, Instagram, something like that. Missed some of the angry boys in chat. They were pissed. I don't think anybody was mad at me for saying this. I think everybody agrees with me. Like who says I'm wrong here? Plenty of surf girls that aren't sluts. She's not just a bird tweeting. Well, of course, you're right. She's not just a bird. Thank you so much for your ability to discern the metaphor is not a direct comparison. I really appreciate you being here and to keep everybody else on track. Thank you so much for your insight. And now I've learned that my metaphor was actually incorrect, and I apologize for that.